All right, let's jump right in. I want to tell you about this brilliantly simple story from the late philosopher Jim Rohn. It's all about a cup of coffee, but trust me, it holds a massive lesson on one of the most important skills you could ever develop: how to guard your own mind.
So just picture this for a second. You're at a cafe. You've got this perfect hot cup of coffee right there in front of you. Someone comes over and they're about to put something in it. Pretty simple scenario, right?
Now, you get two choices. They can either add a spoonful of sugar or a spoonful of strychnine, which is a pretty lethal poison. One makes your coffee taste a little better, and the other, well, the other one is game over.
I mean, in the physical world, this is a total no-brainer, isn't it? You'd say yes, please, to the sugar and a very, very hard no to the poison. The danger is right there in your face. It's obvious, and the consequence is immediate. There's zero confusion.
Okay, but here's where the story gets really interesting. This is where the real lesson starts to come out, and it kind of messes with that first easy judgment we just made.
Let's ask ourselves a really important question here. What happens if we change who's offering you the stuff? Does the person holding that spoon actually change what's in the spoon?
So let's play this out. Scenario A, your absolute worst enemy, someone you can't stand, walks up and offers to put sugar in your coffee. Okay, now scenario B, your best friend in the whole world, someone you trust completely, accidentally grabs the strychnine, thinking it's sugar, and offers you that. What do you do? The answer here is the entire point of the story.
And this is where it all clicks. The result is exactly the same. Your enemy puts sugar in your coffee? You're fine, you just have sweet coffee. Your best friend accidentally puts poison in your coffee. You're still dead. The intention doesn't matter.
This is the big idea from Jim Rohn's story, all wrapped up in this one sentence. The poison is still poison. It doesn't matter whose hand is holding the spoon. Good intentions just can't make a bad substance good.
So what in the world does coffee and poison have to do with our actual lives? Well, let's get to the real point of the analogy, because it builds into this powerful metaphor for protecting what's most important: our minds. I want you to think of your mind like a mental factory. It takes in raw materials all day long: ideas, opinions, things you read, conversations you have, and it produces a product. And that product, it's your attitude, your beliefs, your actions. It's basically your life. And you're the manager of this whole operation. And the process inside this factory, it's actually super simple. First, there's an input. Could be a negative comment, a bit of gossip, a limiting belief someone shares. Then comes the processing. That's when you chew on it, worry about it, give it your attention. And finally, you get an output. That input you processed starts to shape how you feel and what you do.
So the main point here is this. You wouldn't let somebody just walk into your house and dump a bag of trash on the floor, right? So why would we let them dump their mental trash into our minds? Just like that strychnine, negative inputs are poison, and it doesn't matter who they come from. A critical boss, a well-meaning friend who's always worried, or just the 24/7 news cycle. Okay, so that brings us to the most important part of all of this. How do we actually do it? How do we take control and basically become the bouncer for our own mind?
Well, being a guard means making conscious choices. It means being really selective about the news you read or the shows you watch. It means when someone gives you advice, you actually stop and think about the advice itself, not just who gave it to you. It's about curating your social circle and filtering out the constant complaining or negativity, even when it's coming from people you love. At the end of the day, it's all about protecting your focus and your peace. And here it is, the simple, powerful call to action that ties this whole thing together. This isn't something you do once. It's a daily practice. Every single day, you get to choose to stand guard at that door and decide what gets in and what stays out.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. After hearing all of this, what's one piece of mental strychnine, maybe a worry, a criticism, some negative idea, that you are going to consciously refuse to let into your coffee today?